My earlier video, The Most Malevolent Force on Earth, has prompted one YouTube user to defend the Catholic Church from the allegations that they've been covering up the crimes of clergy raping children. The comment threads are there for anyone to go and read, and generally seem, to me at least, to be a series of attempts to distance the Pope and the clergy in general from comments made by certain senior Vatican officials. Apparently, we should see some of these announcements by senior Catholic clergy as individual opinions and not authority from the Church. How we manage to determine whether a particular announcement from a very senior clergyman, and we're talking about archbishops and cardinals here, how we determine whether that is the Church line or their own personal opinion only and in no way connected to the Church isn't all that clear to me. I've been accused of making unfair generalisations and effectively undermining the work of good Catholics in their efforts to put right the problems that have come to light. Energy that could be spent on fixing the problems is, I'm told, being wasted trying to defend against, I quote, false claims and statements. So where are all these good Catholics? Where is the outrage from the faithful who continue to attend their church, pay their subscription fees, and fawn on their holy man's every word? Because I'm not seeing it. What I am seeing is mass denial. Denial from the Vatican for any responsibility for these heinous crimes. In his visit to the US, the Pope made an apology over the child sex scandals, but made sure to place part of the blame on the permissiveness of the US society. I've put a link in the description box. A senior Vatican official has said that homosexuality and not celibacy is to blame for priests raping children. Link in the description box. And Felipe Arizmendi, a bishop in Mexico, has blamed the behaviour of child-raping priests on there being too many sexy children on the internet. Link in the sidebar. And I may come back to this one, because it really is too good to just pass over in casual mention. But it's not just the clergy who are guilty of this mass denial. I see it in lay Catholics too. People who'd rather look away than speak out. And if you know something wrong is happening and you turn away, you're in part allowing that to happen. Although, how guilty someone feels about that is down to their own conscience. I've also been accused of implying that the Catholic Church is full of paedophiles. Now, the figure that I read in The Guardian from a senior church official was between 1.5% and 5%. The figure quoted by my critic in the comment thread is slightly higher at between 2% and 6%. In the objector's opinion, this is hardly full, although I'd be very interested to see any other organisation that would consider it to be acceptable that 1 in 20 of their employees is guilty of raping children. And I certainly wouldn't expect such an organisation to last very long before it was closed down by the authorities, especially if it had a history of covering up and moving sexual predators to find fresh victims. As with most of these debates, it wasn't really getting anywhere. Neither of us were prepared to concede to the other, and it reached a point where one of us decided we were flogging a dead horse. In response to that, the coup de grace to my position was a challenge to provide some evidence for instructions to perform a cover-up. I was challenged to offer proof by way of supporting evidence, something we atheists are apparently always playing as our trump card. Well, what can I say? This is a typical attack on a person's ego, and nothing more than an emotional appeal to shallow vanity. And it worked a treat, so here we go. I'll see you in part 2.